On Gran Turismo 7 right now, you can make a whole bunch of credits very quickly, and I believe this combination is the quickest method for making money at the moment. Using the Willys Jeep with the engine swap from the Hellcat and the tune in this video, I've been doing 5 laps around Bathurst in under 10 minutes each time, with a payout of over 1 million credits each race, which equates to over 6 million credits every hour. I'll show you in this video how to tune the AI so you only need to pass them once, and the tune for the Jeep to make it as fast as mine, then finally setting up the race and getting paid. A few quick things to note before we get into it: you will need collector level 50 to access engine swaps, and also make sure you have the circuit experience done before attempting this to ensure the maximum possible payout. Firstly, for the AI, you will need the SRT Tomahawk X VGT, which is 1 million credits in the car dealership, but you'll get this back in no time. For the Tomahawk, just go ahead and make sure that it has a fully customizable racing transmission and set the values to what I have here: 43, 43, 43, 54, 55, 56, and 116, with the final drive being 6. This allows you to only have to pass them once in each race and maximize your chances of having a clean race and getting the clean race bonus. They are a bit of a pain, so just try to take it easy as you pass them, and you can make the time back up once through the pack. And secondly, onto the Jeep. You can get the Jeep from the Legend Car dealership just for 30,000 credits. Once you've purchased the Jeep, then come on out to GT Auto and go into car maintenance and service. Come all the way down to the bottom here and engine swap it. This will give you the Hellcat engine. Come across to car customization, choose your type of wheels that you want, and then just make sure that the rim width is wide. Next, you want to head over to the tuning shop and make sure you have the following for the Jeep. So racing soft tires, fully customizable suspension, fully customizable diff, the torque vector and center differential, fully customizable ECU, fully customizable racing transmission, nitrous, the racing intercooler, high-end supercharger, racing air cleaner, racing silencer, racing exhaust manifold, carbon brake system, racing brake pads, the brake balance controller, the racing clutch and flywheel, the carbon propeller shaft, and we want the bore up, the engine balance tuning, polish ports, titanium connecting rods and pistons, racing crankshaft, weight reduction, stage 1, 2, and 3, and increase the body rigidity. Once we've done that, we want to do the tuning, so making sure we have the racing softs on. Body height adjustment at the front is 189, on the rear 234. Anti-roll bars 10-10. Damping ratio compression for the front is 31, and for the rear is 35. Damping ratio expansion for the front is 47, and for the rear is 48. Natural frequency for the front is 1.94, for the rear is 2.30. Negative camber angle is 3.3. Toe angle is 0 on the front and 0.11 on the rear. For the differential, we want everything on maximum, front and rear. Torque vectoring center we want set to 40-60. The gearing we want to do the top speed set to 200, and then the manual adjustment set to first 135, second 220, third 285, and fourth 409, with the final gear being 4.880. Then the nitrous, put that at maximum output, and all of this stuff is just as we just said. So before we get into setting up the race, if you get any value out of today's video, let me know by dropping a like on it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content. And let's get into setting up this race. So come across to World Circuits, go to Asia Oceania, and then across to Mount Panorama Bathurst. Click on to custom race, and if you don't already have it set up, jump into the Tomahawk and then go to custom race. And when you go to set this up, when you scroll down to the rivals section and we select from garage, this will automatically put all of the Tomahawks as your opponents, which is exactly what we want. So thank you to that person who commented on the last video giving us that tip. Then we can go ahead and save our settings, then back out, and then change back into our Jeep. Come across to custom race, and then I already have my settings all set up here. So I'll load them, and this is what you will need to do. So set the number of laps to 5. You want 20 cars on the grid, and you want to put yourself at the back. I didn't touch any of this stuff except for the nitrous. Put that all away. This allows you to use nitrous basically as much as you want throughout the race. You don't really need it over the mountain, but down the straights you definitely will want to use it. I haven't changed anything with the weather or the time of day. And then scrolling down to rivals section, we want to set up select from garage, and then once we open this, you can see that this is already automatically pre-filled, and then we have the Jeep at the back, which is us, and this is rating our low PP Jeep. When you first buy this, it has a very low PP rating, and the Tomahawk has a very high PP rating. So the glitch is basically that the race isn't registering that we've detuned the Tomahawk and that we've engine swapped the Hellcat. That's basically what the glitch is. You want to set your rival's difficulty to professional. This gives you the maximum payout. If I change it to intermediate, you can see it goes down, and then I change it back up to professional, it goes back up. Haven't changed any of the penalty settings. Then if you want to grind this, I would suggest saving your settings under something just like this. Just to make it easier to access next time you come in, you can just go to load settings and your race is right there, ready to go. Then jump back out and go to start race. So as you can see, it can achieve 156s in the race with no assists at all. So I feel like the build is fairly solid. It'll comfortably sit under 2 minutes a lap for me. And I believe 55s is achievable with this car, maybe even quicker, who knows, with a better driver. And just be aware of corner cutting and hitting things like walls or the AI. Otherwise you may lose your clean race bonus and it won't be as profitable. This one I would say is probably a little bit more difficult than the Daytona one. Well, not probably, it definitely is a bit more difficult, but if you can get a handle on it, you can see just how profitable it really is. I think it's the most money for your time value if you can run sub 2 minute laps, definitely. And it's also just great to have an alternative. So even if you're not quite making as much as the other ones because you can't do the laps as quick, you're still getting a very decent amount of money for each race you do. So hopefully you guys enjoy it and hopefully this video helps you. That's it for me in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.